seeing them here in stores in Colorado. But
as far as I know, you just can't vend them, or I don't know of any vending machines that carry them.
Every time I go to the grocery store, and ask for tab, they say, "You want a tab? You got to buy something first."
That's right. You can't just walk in here and demand a tab.
Yeah, what are you, fresh off the ship with your life preserver jacket?
It's a good reference.
Coke Zero. No, what was the other one? He's like, he asked for like a Pepsi something, and it was like
Pepsi
Black Clear.
No, Pepsi. Shit.
It wasn't even Diet. Was it Diet Pepsi? No, it was.
Chat room will get us a link. Someone will get a link.
Pepsi Free. That's right. Pepsi
Free.
Yes, I forgot about Pepsi Free.
I haven't
heard that. You want a Pepsi? You got to pay for it.
That's like Obi-Wan here. That's a name I have not heard in a very long time.
Yes, Pepsi Free.
Wow. All right.
Silver can with a rainbow on it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you were free like the rainbow.
That's right.
Is the deal.
Do we? By the way, we have no Nicole today? Correct.
We have no Nicole today. We have Brandy, me, and you. That's who we have. And Tom before that.
All right. Yes, I'm starting the quick TMS post based on what I know of you people.
Yeah. Yeah, you know mine, right? You should already know mine.
I think, yes, I do. Yes.
I'll give you the initials. GPH.
Well, no, you already GBH. You already kind of revealed it on Monday's show with Bobby.
Oh, that's right. I already talked about it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, here goes then. Let's do the show. It begins in 3, 2, 1.
We didn't have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles. Because on the count of, you want to know why? When people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes.
Did you have sex on him?
The Morning Stream. Raw meat. Do you like raw meat?
Good morning and welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, July 12th, 2023. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Scott Johnson.
Hi,
hello.
Hi, hello.
And all the ships at sea.
Yes, indeed.
How are you?
Hey, first things first. I almost said how's the old lady. That's not how people talk anymore. That's not how people say that anymore. We don't do that anymore. What is this, the 50s?
I don't know. I think people still say that. How's the old lady? You know, I think when you have to do it with somebody who knows that you don't mean the old lady, right?
Yeah,
like,
you know,
I could say that to you. I could say, hey, Scott, how's the old lady? And you'd be like, Kim's doing great. She's got a casserole in her trunk for you. Whatever.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me at all to hear that. So,
right.
You're right. It's still contextual. All these years later, you can still do it in context. But how's Tina?
You just can't walk up to a guy in a bar and say, "Oh, you're married. How's the old lady?" Right in the kisser.
Yeah, right in the kisser.
Bang, zoom, right to the moon, Alice. She is doing very well. She is coughing less than yesterday, so her cough is starting to subside. She's getting a lot of her strength back, and they gave her this little. It's funny. What does it look like? It looks like about the size of a transparent Sega Dreamcast controller.
Oh, okay. I have one of those. So it's about this big or so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bigger than that because remember you had to be able to slip in that little separate doodad.
I'm thinking
LCD.
Yeah, I'm thinking Saturn. Sorry, yes, Dreamcast.
I'm thinking Saturn. Yeah, the Dreamcast was a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And it's got a little hose on it, and you put that in your mouth and you inhale. Yeah. You can't blow. You inhale.
Yeah.
And it causes a little riser on one of the sides to go. And there's a little mark that the RN put on the left side to indicate how far up the meter the little puck should go, and she's reaching that puck, and then sometimes she's surpassing it. So it's she's 2 days out from the hospital, and she's already showing lots and lots of signs of improvement.
So those things, I guess astronauts, they blow into those things and to test how hard they can blow, and they want to get that ball up there. It's kind of like that, right? It's just
kind of like
lung
that,
strength,
except
or whatever.
In this case, it's a suck as opposed to a blow. But it's a lung. Yeah, exactly. 9 of 12 says it's a lung capacity test where you can, basically you're seeing how much air you can pull into your lungs. Because if you can't pull in a lot, you're gonna go, and you're gonna run out of room in your lungs.
Right.
You want to have a good
Yeah.
long amount of air.
The hard part
Anyway,
of that
so-
is it can make you. That part makes you cough, right? That's probably.
Yes, it does. She does it and immediately starts coughing right afterwards.
It sucks. That sucks, but that's good though. This probably means that the pneumonia part is at bay, right?
Yes, she is on the mend. She's doing much better, and we're happy about that.
All right. Well, I ran into somebody who may not be doing very well. Would you like to hear about this kid?
Yes, please tell me about this.
I don't actually know if they're going to be okay or not, nor did I know what to do in the situation. So I present this to the TMS crowd and to you for what you would have done in this scenario.
Okay. Judgment time.
Hot day yesterday. It was 100 degrees at one point. We like our heat though because it's dry. I like dry heat.
Oh, it's a dry heat.
Yeah,
Good.
it's a dry
Yes.
heat.
Always hear people saying, "Oh, it's good. It's a dry heat."
Yeah. And I don't want
which we have here as well.
Yeah, and I don't want to complain because people in Georgia or other places, it's very hot and also very humid.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't do it. But anyway, it was warm, and I thought this sounds like a nice time to take the dog for a little spin. So I'm gonna take the dog for a walk, get her out there, let her pee, enjoy the heat and the shade and the whatever. So I do this, and I'm walking around and did the full loop of what I usually do. And then when I came back around to come home, I passed by these rose bushes on our left, and they're always a little annoying because they kind of stick out, and I sometimes run into them, get snagged on them. It sucks.
Yeah.
They need to trim them back, but it's an HOA thing and whatever. So I'm walking past that, or I'm walking toward it like I always do, and I turn that corner, and by one of the rose bushes sits a young, probably 3.5, 4-year-old.
Okay.
Just younger than Van, maybe younger than that even. Or, I mean, it's shorter though, so it was hard for me to pick the age. But of a young child sitting there on their butt, eating rose petals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had a little pile of these rose petals from the rose bushes above him. He's sitting there with a big pile of these things, and he's just slowly, one by one, eating petals.
Sure.
And I walk around the corner, and I see this, and my brain goes, well, they put rose petals in certain foods, like especially fancy stuff, right? Like
and rose water you use for, as long as they're not poinsettia.
Yeah.
Yeah, or as long as they haven't been sprayed with some pesticide or something.
Yeah, so that's where my head's at. I'm like, well, I don't know if this is an emergency so much as this is just probably it's still not good. You don't need this kid eating these things. So here's the question: finding him is not that unusual. You find a kid eating weird crap all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
The bigger question is, what do I do?
What's the protocol here? What do we do when we come across a child eating roses?
Yeah, and a child I don't know, a child whose parents I don't know.
Right.
I don't know whose kid it is, and there are no adults anywhere in the vicinity. So
here's
what
I would do. Here's the extent. Here's as far as I would go.
All right.
I'm walking the dog. I come across feral kid from Road Warrior sitting there munching on rose petals. What should you be eating those? Yeah. Okay. Carry on. And I just walk past. That's the extent. I'll basically just draw their attention to, should you be eating those? And if they don't say, oh, you know what, maybe I shouldn't.
Or if they just keep going, what are you going to do? Like they're just going to keep going, or they're not. One or the other.
I mean, you're absolutely going to eat a bug at some point if you do that.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't already.
And you're going to anger the parent that planted those roses and expects to find them intact when the day is done.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is I knew for a fact this kid was not the offspring of the people who own the roses. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So he's eating somebody else's
roses, yeah. And he's out in the street, in the public part of the street, which is, the other side of where this yard and little fence is. So he's not even fenced in. He's actually a little bit, like, I was more worried, like, why is this kid, like, abandoned? So here's what I ended up doing. So I'm glad you said what you said, because that's kind of what I did in a slightly different way. I went, ooh, gross. Those aren't good. Ooh, gross, bad, yucky, like that. And then I thought, well, now what? Do I just keep going? Do I want to try to
down on that? Do I continue? Go any further?
Well, should I try to say, where are your parents? Like, but then I'm into weird territory. I don't want some lady peeking out her window going, there's a strange man talking to children out there. I didn't want that. So I'm sitting there kind of kermuffled, not sure what to do. And then right around then, a lady comes running across the street and yelling. I forgot the kid's name. We're going. We'll just call him Bucky. Bucky, come here! Oh my gosh, Bucky, take those out of your mouth, Bucky. Bucky, Bucky, Bucky. And I'm like, oh boy, I'm glad you showed up. It was looking a little rough over here. And she's like, sorry. She kept saying. And then I moved on. So that's how it ended up. But it was an awkward, weird.
That is weird. I mean, it's, that age, I'm surprised she left him alone as long as she did, and long enough for him to be eating rose petals and to see him without her being aware of it.
Especially at that age, right? Like
that's an age that I would still be kind of keeping an eye on them if they were outside.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for like less helicopter parenting when kids are of an age where they should be exploring and being outside and all that.
For sure.
But
we had some of our best experiences, you and I probably, and kids of our age, with our freedom that we had to go ride our bikes to parts of the neighborhood that we probably shouldn't have been. But
how else are you going to find snakes and bring them home and stuff like that?
Exactly. And yeah.
You gotta give.
There's an old hobo right by the train station. Let's go check out the old hobo and his bindle on a stick.
Yep. All that stuff is so much fun. And then, but I think 3 or 4. I think maybe you still should probably have a better handle on where that kid is.
Yeah, I would think so. I think so. Yeah.
Because some other local story here recently, there was some kid. They were all at like a barbecue or something near a river, and they just let this 3-year-old crawl off and fall in the river and drowned. It was like awful.
Oh, jeez.
This is a horrible story, right? And I'm thinking, you don't. If he's 3, you hang on to that kid for dear life until he's old enough to not fall in the river and drown. That's how you do it.
Yeah, exactly. If you live, especially if you live close enough that they can just get to it by walking over to it, then by, you damn right you keep an eye on that kid.
Can't imagine how those parents feel. What a nightmare.
Oh.
All right, we got some.
Plus, reaching out, by the way, to the folks in Vermont who are dealing with that flooding.
It's bad.
10 minutes away from where my parents live, but they're high on a hilltop in Jericho. So all the rain that they're getting goes downhill for them. But my God, the people in Burlington, the people in Montpelier, and I've been in there, and I've driven through the streets that are totally submerged and underwater, and it just blows my mind that
the video is insane of that flooding. It's so really crazy.
It's like, all right, well, Tina's health. It's a sucky thing that we went through, but we're not dealing with having to get water out of our basement and the destruction of our home and that sort of thing. So it's like, all right, it's kind of I'm glad we live in a place where you can get hospital treatment, get there, get out, and be well on your way and taken care of compared to what they're going through down there.
We talked about money the other day. Those little ridges on money, like on coins. You know what I'm talking about? Remember that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
A couple weeks ago or whenever it was, we got an anonymous text that kind of maybe adds to it, but maybe it's apocryphal. I don't know. We're going to find out.
Okay.
He says, I remember when when I was little, my dad told me that in Old West dimes, they were made out of silver. All right. So
right. Sure.
The old school dimes. And he says they are small, of course, and that's the size of 10 cents worth of silver. Right. Meaning that when they put those edges on there, they had to have 10 little, and we got a couple other supporting emails about this. The ridges, for a while anyway, represented how much silver was worth, or how much silver thing was worth.
10 ridges on the edges of a dime?
Well, it was this other email I have explains it better. This one just sort of gets into it, but it had the ridges actually meant the amount of silver. Now it may not be equal to per penny, but it was like a silver portion was represented by a ridge. And if you didn't have the ridge, it meant either it was counterfeit or it was a goof.
Oh, that's interesting.
I
had no idea about that. I thought the ridges were there just to make those smaller coins easier to pick up or easier to grab.
That's what I thought, and maybe they had the dual use of that. And again, it might be a little apocryphal, but he also says that some people would shave a silver or a sliver of silver off the edge before spending them, so ridges were added to prevent that. The other reason that those ridges exist is that if you did that, you knew somebody was basically skimming off the top of the silver and using it outside of the currency, basically doubling up on currency without government approval is what it was.
Interesting.
I had no
clipping,
idea any of this stuff.
So 118 ridges on a dime.
Yeah, definitely not 10. A lot more than 10.
Yeah, a lot more than 10.
Yeah.
And they added them according to what is this? Again, who knows, right? Unless I'm looking at the mint, the U.S. Mint, and having reasons here. But yeah, to revert to, as you said, prevent coin clipping and counterfeiting. Coin clipping is, like you said, shaving metal from the coin's circumference. So making it like, you could take a nickel and shave part of the metal off of it. If nickel was valuable,
right,
you could do that, and it would still look like a nickel because it wouldn't be obvious because there aren't ridges that would be missing like they are on a quarter, or on a dime or that sort of thing.
Yeah, you'd have to hold it next to another one to see if it had shrunk in the circumference or not. And it reminds me of that Sesame Street bit where Bert has that plate of cookies.
Right.
And
yes.
Ernie's like, well, I'm just going to taste one. Oh, shoot, I've made a dent. Okay, I have to eat around the cookie to make it so it's even. Well, shoot, now this cookie's smaller than the others. I'll eat another. I'll do it to all the cookies. And before he's done, he's eaten all the cookies, basically.
Yeah.
Always reminds me of that.
So you're saying that someone would with a nickel have to basically keep shaving off of the circumference of the nickel to be able to get away with what they're doing.
Yeah, or
they couldn't do it with a dime or a quarter because of the ridges. But,
right, exactly. That's the idea.
Yeah.
But
hilarious.
Anyway,
that's a funny comparison for sure.
So we've learned a little something today, maybe, about how
no, that's cool.
money
That
works.
is interesting. Yeah.
It's ridged for your pleasure, your money. Don't forget it. Okay.
I threw a little link, by the way, into our show notes, and maybe we talked about. You know what? Let's. I'll do it bottom of the show because it's fascinating to me.
Oh, really? I'm just very curious now about what this might be. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. I'm going to get Dunaway in here, and I think he's around.
Cool.
He's been.
I'd like him to be around.
He's had a lot going on too. Everybody's been very busy this July. A lot of stuff.
So far July, yeah. Maybe July could kind of calm down with itself.
Slow its roll a little.
Yeah, please.
That'd be all right with me. All right, let's do this thing. Here we go. Hey, that music means it's time for us to play a little game, and we do it with our friend Brian Dunaway, who joins us now from South Carolina. Hello, Brian Dunaway.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. How's your Wednesday going?
Oh, it's better now that you're here.
better than our last Wednesday.
Yeah.
At least in the case of
last Wednesday sucked.
Yeah, that's we're now a week a week away from the hell that I experienced here at the house.
That's right.
The shitstorm, if you will.
Yeah, it's funny how fast time goes, or how slow time goes when you're in the middle of it, and how fast it goes when you're over it. Because I can't believe that was a week ago. That's insane to me. But anyway, hey, it's good to have you here, man.
Last week.
Yeah, take that, you jerk. We gotta add somebody to this call. We're gonna try to do that right now. Let's see. Oh, we get another shot at Janny, because last week she never answered, but I think we can get her in this time. Oh,
yeah, that's right. They said that they were going to be available and home from work.
Nice.
I think it's pronounced Yana, but I want to hear them confirm it.
Is it Johnny or Yana? How do you say it?
Jan.
Jan.
Jan. Okay, so you don't even pronounce the last.
Yeah.
You don't even
I don't really mind. Anything's right for me.
It's because it's such a cool international superstar name. It's rad.
It's like Jan Hammer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You didn't call him Jan Hammer.
No.
You called him Jan Hammer.
No, I think I may have called him Jan Hammer back then, but I didn't know any better. Well, it's good to have you here. I'm glad that you were able to come through. We're going to play this game today. Brian, please explain the rules and how Jan here can win.
For sure. And before you do that, I do have to know, Jan, where are you calling from?
Finland.
You are in Finland. Awesome. All right.
I am.
All right. Do you look in the mirror? Let me ask you this. If you look in the mirror,
Oh my God.
Let's just say you take your shirt off. Can you see your heartbeat? Can you see your heart beating through your semi-translucent skin? That's what I need to know.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. See, confirmed.
Your
you go.
stereotypes are the most interesting. Your preconceived stereotypes of people are the most interesting.
I'll tell you what I admire about the Finnish, though. The Finnish language, I don't know how you guys do that thing you do with that language. It is the most complex, gnarly language. I've talked to some people who visited there. My brother-in-law, Wendy's husband, spent a couple of years there and never could get it down. So you guys have like a magical...
Worse than they, and they, or there, and there, and
oh,
then all
hell
of the
yeah.
bull crap we do.
Yeah. Well, ours are just
Right.
dumb. English is dumb, but like you listen to somebody in Finland talk, it is insane language. You guys are it's amazing.
It's a very complex language.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, look, if we don't start this Tadpully feud, we'll never finish.
I thought
we'll never finish. I get it.
I thought we were just talking to the Finnish today. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
It's time to play the Tadpully Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us, and it's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Jan, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian, and if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Death Squared and System Shock Enhanced Edition. So you get extra shock with this enhanced edition version of
That's
System
name
Shock.
brand games there. Wow.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I like
Is
it.
it a big deal? I've
Yeah.
never played System Shock. I've heard of, but I don't think I've ever played it.
System Shock is the granddaddy to BioShock and all that. It's an amazing, incredible series. Yeah, so good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yep. Old
Nice.
stuff. Old but new again. Anyway.
Excellent. All right. Well, get your hands positioned there correctly over your buzzers.
There we go.
Or your buzzards. And get ready for this. We asked 381 tadpoolers to give their answer to this question. What is your favorite burger topping that is Scott?
How'd you beat me?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Show me mushrooms. Fifth answer on the board. I'll finish the question for Brian.
Yeah.
What is your favorite burger topping that is not cheese?
Oh, I thank God.
I really
you
wish
finished,
I
'cause
really wish
buzzed
Scott
in.
would have said cheese, honestly.
I got
in before you
I got lucky
finished.
because I don't like cheese on burgers. I know that's weird.
Funny. Wow.
I know that's weird, but I just don't. So
You don't like cheese on cheeseburgers? Is that what you said?
I don't like it on burgers. Period. I don't
Okay.
like
Any
cheeseburgers.
kind
Then you're not
cheese,
eating.
like-
You don't get cheese on a. You don't get cheese on a burger. Jesus,
Well-
man, that's a cheeseburger.
Wait a minute. Like,
They're two different
wait.
things.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you this. So you get your
Right.
grilled mushrooms on a burger and you don't top it with Swiss?
No, hell no.
Oh,
Okay, hold on.
you're
Let me
missing
back
out.
that
You are
up.
missing out.
No, let me back that up. If it is
Yeah.
if it's a Swiss mushroom burger, you know what? Yes, I will do melted Swiss. What I won't do is any kind of orange or American like cheese. I can't stand that stuff.
Sure. Your Velveeta.
Yeah. Any of that, like the square
Kraft
piece
singles.
of cheese. Yeah,
I don't
F
remember
that.
Richard Dawson having this long of a conversation. Come on and kiss me
Oh,
already. and let me do the answer.
you apparently didn't watch the show because
Yeah, he talked a lot. That dude.
hey Mark,
Not while they're
there's no,
standing at the front. That's more Steve Harvey.
No, dude,
no,
you've just
no,
forgotten.
Steve Harvey. So
Like
Scott
the
says,
look.
"I don't like cheese on my burger," and then Steve Harvey looks at the camera.
Yeah, for
I know
about
for
10
5
minutes.
seconds.
Yeah,
And it waits.
Yeah.
It waits.
he does a lot of
Who is
quiet.
it?
He does a lot of quiet
I'm gonna
reflection.
I'm gonna go with onion.
Oh,
Onion. Put my onion on my.
How do you
cheeseburger.
like your onion on your burger?
Oh, I like them
Brian?
caramelized, please.
Oh,
Caramelized,
really?
okay.
I'm a raw. Give me
Oh,
a
you
nice
some
fresh
nasty
ring of
crunchy
onion.
Get a
You give
mint.
me the choice of how my onion is going to be on my burger. I will take caramelized onions
Yes.
day and night. All right,
Because you're human.
show me onion. Number
two.
two. And all that time it took just to figure out who's going to have control of the board. Brian, you and Jan have control
Me and
of the
Jan,
board. By the way,
baby.
Yep.
caramelized, grilled, and fried. So like your fried crispy
Right.
onion straws or
But
onion
not-
rings.
Yeah.
But you didn't include raw in there, so now it's making me wonder if
I did.
there's.
I mean, onions.
Okay,
the,
okay. You just
the
ran out of
part
space.
before
Okay.
before the parentheses implies
Okay, the raw.
raw and red and all that stuff. So no other form of onion will be
Can you
allowed.
imagine eating a burger with Scott and then he like gets through and he's eating that raw ass onion and he's all like,
it's
Oh,
so
"Hey
good.
guys,
And
you
is
guys
Johnson-
want to go
is
hang
Johnson
out?"
breath? Oh my gosh.
You'll just have to groove on it because I like it. I'll be eating that.
Jan,
Did you? By the way,
Wait.
can I go to
Yes.
Finland and just get a burger there?
yeah. What's
Of
gonna
course.
ask?
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they good though?
Now, is
Like
that-
you guys know, you guys probably make them. I don't know. It's probably fresher. You got some cow living up in a mountain somewhere. It's It's probably just better, right?
We don't have mountains here.
Oh,
Y'all consider a hamburger or an American
Those tasty
food?
mountain cows. Darn it! I love the mountain cow beef.
yeah.
I guess. But I'm of the opinion that only if it has beef, it can be a burger.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything else is a sandwich.
Isn't that Arby's tagline? Yeah, I think it is.
Everything
Okay,
else
so-
is a sandwich.
But
This
should
is
we-
beef. This is what they would tagline. Yes.
should we bring bacon?
Oh, bacon.
Oh my God! Personally, I think that's a no-brainer. I think if you're gonna have a burger, you're gonna have a bacon cheeseburger. That is the only way to get.
Well, minus the
Right.
cheese, but you need crispy bacon. That's a real key deal there. You don't want that sweaty, bloated-looking fat bacon.
You wouldn't make it in the South, my friend.
Dude,
So
I've
even-
been there. I know. You're
So
right.
wait. So even with the bacon burger, and again, eliminating our fake cheeses, right? And people don't write in. We know that we've already gone over the Kraft singles is like 48% cheese and milk
Velveeta
products or
slices
something.
are better than the Kraft ones. There,
Yeah, they definitely melt better. But
Yeah.
are you saying, Scott, that even if you have bacon
Yeah.
and cheddar is available, even though it's orange, you're still not throwing a slice of cheddar
If
on
it's
there?
a good slice of cheddar, I could be convinced, but it's also I need it to be not overwhelmingly. I don't want it to be a large portion of the experience. I want
don't
less
think I've ever
cheese than
really-
more. You know?
I don't know how we can't come this long, me and Scott Johnson, as long as we've been podcasting together, that I didn't know his disdain for cheese to this level.
No.
feel
I like
I've
cheeses.
Unlocked a new level.
It's not a cheese
of
it's
Johnson.
not a cheese thing on the whole. Like I love a nice little bit of, some kind of Gouda. I like some cheese.
Right.
I'll eat some cheese, especially like a charcuterie kind of thing. But when you melt a big ass hunk of cheese on the burger, I feel like you're destroying what I like about the burger. I don't know.
Bacon says.
I'll here's what I'll say, by the way. As long as the cheese is not thicker than the burger, then I'll take it on my burger. But if you're giving me a slice of cheese that's thicker than the burger itself, then no, pass.
Well, that
How's
definitely sounds
wasn't
bad.
wasn't
sounds
that a
horrible.
thing this morning? Didn't they say, like, I forget what European country it was? They have like the all cheese cheeseburger. With
Oh,
no
yeah.
cheese.
Yes,
It's in our
it's
news.
Burger King.
Yeah, it's in our news
Burger King.
today.
Thailand.
It's,
Oh, it is? Okay, we're going to be talking about that thing? Oh, that
Thailand, yeah, they
monstrosity.
do. It's no meat and 20 slices of cheese. It's horrible.
You need liquid to poop, and cheese just takes it all away, my friend. You don't want to do that. It's a bad idea.
All
Bad
right.
idea.
So to quit eating
Anyway,
cheese.
bacon, I believe, was your answer.
Bacon.
Zoe's in suspense. Is it on here? Could it possibly be? Show us bacon. Yeah, of
Number one
course,
answer,
number one answer.
bacon.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
But look how close it is between bacon and onions. Only 5
Yeah.
people difference in 381
Surprised.
that their favorite topping is onions over bacon. It's interesting.
Yum.
It is interesting.
You guys are
Jan, do you
making
have another burger guess?
a burger guess?
One thing to think about is that our condiments are like ketchup and stuff.
Yeah, I
Are
think
they,
that's
are they toppings?
They are
Or are they
considered
just-
toppings.
considered
Yeah.
toppings. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe we should go for pickles.
Oh yeah, pickles, dude.
Okay.
Okay. I like that. He was like ketchup, but then he was like, no, pickles. All right, pickles. I'm down with the
Pickles.
pickles.
Are we
Yeah.
all-
I
are
win
we
this
all-
anyway? So no.
Are we all down with pickles on the burger? We're all good.
So
Oh.
down with pickles on the burger.
Yeah.
It
bigger-
elevates,
yeah.
the, it
Yeah, and that-
elevates the burger.
And that's one where I'm like, give me as big a thick a one as you got. I love a good pickle on a burger.
Really?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Is that how you say it too, Scott? You go up to them, give me the biggest and thickest one you got.
Yeah.
Say,
I do. And the poor kid in the little white hat is like, oh, sir, what?
Sir,
Oh, this is a Freddy's, sir. We only have the thin.
I gotta talk to my manager. Hold on.
God, you are making me really crave a Freddy's today. Show me.
Put a pickle on it.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah, pickles
Yeah.
are.
55 people can drive their pickles.
I feel like if you ask some kids between the age of 6 and 12, they would have a different opinion on pickles. But when you get older,
It is true. It
Yeah,
is
you
true.
like
It is
'em.
a older flavor, right? You have to go through puberty to really hit the pickle, right?
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I think you
I
did.
think
It's the
yeah.
rite of
That's when I
passage.
started drinking.
Yeah.
That's when I started drinking pickle juice. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Hold on a
yes.
second.
Juice.
Hold on now.
I do when I'm riding my bike.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that
The
sounds
salt
so
and
gross.
electrolytes. The salt is like it is like every stop at the MS 150. They've got these things, these little. They're supposed to be frozen like pickle pops.
Oh yeah.
like Otter
That's great.
Pops,
Mm.
but they don't freeze them. They just chill them, and you just cut the top off, glork, like a big shot of
Glork.
pickle juice, and I'm ready to go another 10 miles. Easily.
Yeah.
It's like hobo pee. Can't do it.
Really? But
Yeah.
you like pickles.
I
Maybe
do.
you're
I don't
getting
know
pickles
why.
at the wrong place.
It's
Don't
like
buy
too,
them off the street.
It's just too. It's concentrated. I don't know. I can't explain it. It just sounds horrible
It's
to me.
like it's just like vinegar, right?
brine,
It's mostly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Scott. Are you saying that you don't drink the water after you make your hot dogs, after you boil your hot dogs, and you don't pour it into a glass? And
Okay, yeah, but
You
you
know,
went too far.
I do.
You're on that ledge by yourself.
I do
Pickle
love
juice.
some hot dog water.
Juice.
Ugh, gross.
What do we say? We have an answer yet?
Jan, I think our last one was pickles.
Oh yeah,
Because
you're
the
still
other one's
going.
pickle.
Yeah.
Maybe ketchup then.
I think ketchup. Yeah, I think ketchup is a much more popular condiment than just about any other one. So I think ketchup is the number one
Sure.
go-to.
All right.
Yeah.
Show me ketchup.
Damn it.
Number
Look at it. We're just
4.
running
Yeah.
down the board.
Running
Look at
down the
us.
left side, and but Scott still has an opportunity to catch up.
He does catch up. The C.
Yeah.
Mayo.
Yeah, Jan. You got another one?
Yeah, mayo too.
Oh yeah, mayo. That's popular here. I'm surprised to hear outside of the southern part of the
Actually, I
United
think
States.
mayo is more popular in Europe than it is in America.
Yeah, mayo
Really?
came from Europe. Yeah, it started
Yeah,
there.
they dip their fries in that stuff.
But
Yeah.
wait, it's
Or
not Duke's
It's
mayonnaise.
not the way that John Travolta says it. I think he says they dip their fries in that shit, Jules. They love
I'm
it. They
down with
can't
it.
get enough of it out there. Why are
I'm
you
down with the
touching my
mayo.
hair? All right.
I'm down with the mayo.
Show
think-
me
Mayo.
Yeah.
Be up there.
mayo.
Oh yes.
Mayo.
That's
mayo.
big points.
Yes.
Gosh dang it.
Oh, and the mayo melts just a little bit because it's kind of a firm jelly, kind of almost. At least our
Yeah.
Duke's mayonnaise is, and it just kind of melts in between the stuff. Do you like
Yeah.
that, Scott? Do you like the melty?
I like mayo. I like mayo. I do. I like it on a
Okay,
burger.
all right.
I'm going to tell you something we learned on the 4th of July when Tina was developing her pneumonia. We went to a neighbor's house for a little feast, a little backyard barbecue feast,
Right.
and they on their corn on the cob before they put it on the grill. They coat it.
Yes.
They coat it in mayonnaise.
Yes.
And my God, you did not need butter. These things were so.
It's a
freaking
lotte,
good.
right?
Mayo's
isn't-
mayo's just egg whites and oil,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
if you have you can put Worcestershire sauce in it if you're going for a certain flavor, lemon juice. That's which your flavor you're looking for.
But
But
isn't
it's
it-
mostly
it's just
oil and
pronounced-
egg whites.
It's pronounced Wotzishere sauce.
What's this? Sears is this?
But
What's this your sauce?
This is just this is a lotte corn, right? It's just Mexican street corn, isn't it?
Right. Oh, that sounds
Is
like
that what they do?
When they
with
do that
it?
with
Kind of
mayo?
sounds like the Mexican street. They're trying to take the culture.
Well, I mean, they also put like sprinkle on there some kind of. It might even
Look,
be cheese.
I live in the southern part of the United
Probably
States, but I've mentioned a
like,
couple of times already. in our food
Cojito
conversation.
cheese or something.
Yeah, and maybe some paprika
was-
or something. Does it look-
Mayonnaise on corn was bound to happen. We didn't steal that from nobody. That
No,
was just.
But you're
the amount
making
of
me hungry
corn
for
and
it.
Mayo in
When
this
I
area.
was in
Yeah.
Vegas, they got a place in the Container Park that makes really good.
Right.
A lotte corn, and what Brian's describing sounds like that. It's very good.
Oh, it's definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you must make a mean burger because you're doing pretty good here.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
you're
I
doing
want to
all
go
right.
to
Yeah,
want to
you-
go to Jan's house and have a
Yeah.
burger. All right.
I don't.
You got
I don't
4
mean to
answers
brag.
still on the right side of the board there. Oh, look at that. Now that is some good looking ass corn.
I know, right? You gotta.
That takes it to the next level.
I don't know what those little-
is that cayenne
But it
pepper?
doesn't-
I don't know.
and
the corn's not
onions?
the corn's not brown. I want a lot more brown. I want a lot more caramelization on my kernels.
Oh yeah, I prefer it more cooked. You're totally right on that. I would
I
totally.
want a
prefer
lot
that.
more brown.
A lot more brown.
Man, it's good. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
All right. What else? What else you got? 4 answers. We're getting into our high money stuff here. So
Here we are.
yeah. So
Well,
choose wisely.
We've discussed the jury with mayo. We've
That's right.
Right.
given bacon for Zoe.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Should we please Claire with some lettuce?
Well, I think
That's actually the only thing on Claire's
Right.
burger is lettuce.
Yeah.
I think I think that you should let us see some of that green stuff on the
Uh-huh.
board, please.
Uh-huh.
All right, show me. Let us see if it is on the board. Show me lettuce.
Oh,
Big
look at them
10.
big bad points, boy.
Big
Boom.
10 points.
I think that means you won.
Suck
Still,
it, Scott.
still not out of range for Scott to
Really?
Really?
to
If I got
catch up.
6,
Yeah.
7, and 9, I could win.
But
with those
no,
points?
but if you got all
You
of them,
get-
Jan
you
would
have to
still
get all-
win.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Scott could
So-
still win, but
Yes.
Yana wins either way.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel good.
Yeah,
So-
either
but
way,
I do want to destroy
he-
Scott.
he
so-
wins
No,
regardless.
I said
at this
Yana.
point.
I meant Jan. Jan
Yeah.
wins either way.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's
Perfect.
get that
I keep-
E in
did
there.
it.
I keep hearing what? Oh shoot, I can't remember what the other. When people are saying Yanni, they were hearing Green Needle. No, what was it? It was.
Green.
No. Green Needle was Brainstorm.
Brainstorm.
Lauren. Thank you, Benjamin. Lauren.
Oh yeah,
Laurel.
I have no idea what the hell y'all are talking about.
I love that one.
I do too.
Anyway.
All right, so you got 3 answers still left on the board. Run it. Well, let's just shut Scott out of this business with his grilled mushrooms and his hatred of cheese.
Grilled must know he deserves all the hate he can get.
Maybe the OG form of ketchup, tomato.
Oh,
Yeah. Put some tomato sauce on your tomato.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love the way you describe it. It is. It's some raw ketchup in the form of tomatoes. Some OG ketchup.
Let's face it. Ketchup is mostly sugar.
For sure.
So
all right. Oh, Scott
Sugar it
is
up.
mathematically. I thought he could get 9 plus 7, 16 plus 6 is 22 plus 5, 27. You're right. You're absolutely right, dubious rascal. Okay, so he's out. All
How
right.
dubious.
You've already won regardless.
Math
Ron.
rascal.
Do some diced tomatoes.
Let's show me some. Oh, you prefer diced? I definitely want
No.
sliced on my burger.
No, I like
Otherwise, it
sliced.
falls off.
Yeah, there's no
right.
point to that. Don't
Show me some tomatoes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Chop them up, put them in a stew. There you go.
How
right
thick?
about
How
where I
thick?
expect it. It's right there in the middle.
Oh, how thick is a good question.
How fresh
I get-
and
I get
real.
mad at those
Quarter of an
little-
inch, really. is
Yo,
kind
that's
of-
quarter inch. That's about right. I
Yeah.
get mad at those little paper thin sliced tomatoes.
Right,
like you said.
and I'll go
Yeah.
thicker if it's a good tomato, like from a real garden, not some crappy, not quite ripe thing that you sometimes slap on there. If you give me a real good tomato, I'll go thicker
Yeah,
on there.
yeah, for sure.
You gonna put some pepper and salt on that thing too? Wayne?
Hell yeah.
Do that?
Hell yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
we
I'm talking
we are mostly in agreement on our burger. It's just the onion
Oh, yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
agree with me on?
Yeah. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's
And the
fine.
cheese.
Yeah.
But we won't wobble.
No.
All right, two
What you
answers
got?
left.
Yep, 2 left. You guys can run it.
Run that board.
Yeah. What do you think?
We haven't mentioned mustard yet. Is that just ketchup and mustard is my personal favorite. I love
No,
Mustard
mustard is a
on my
must. It is must.
I think
That's-
mustard is out.
Yeah.
Safe.
Okay.
You have to have
we
it.
I think mustard is safe. Let's see if the tadpool thinks
It's safe.
mustards are safe.
Is it safe?
Is it safe?
Keep it
Show
secret.
me mustard.
Oh, are you
First,
kidding me?
first misstep.
That's
Yeah.
that's
fine.
effed.
That was the only one I actually said other than the onion.
Now-
John's got all the rest of them.
That's effed
Fear
up.
not, mustard was number 11, so it was just out of the
Okay.
running.
All
It just
right,
got
right,
edged out by lettuce.
That is just insane to me.
Edged out by lettuce.
Edged out by lettuce.
All right. Man, I wasn't prepared to be.
I didn't think it was going to come back to me. I thought it was over.
Yeah, this is these last two are not your typical.
Oh, good. That's good because there's one.
I'll
I was
just tell you
thinking
that
was
much.
not
I'll tell you
typical.
that much. That's like, yeah, these are not your.
I know one that has grown in popularity recently. So
Well,
I'm
shut up.
interested.
This is my
All
turn.
right.
I'm going to say, let's go with, let's do pineapple. A slice of pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
you're
you?
making me crave
Hawaiian?
right now the bonsai at Red Robin.
Yeah, it's really good. And I'll tell you this. I hate it on pizza. Love it on a burger. Can't explain
Really?
why I don't like it
Yeah.
on pizza. Hate it there.
I can't explain that either. All right, show me pineapple.
Damn it.
Oh, that's too
Number
bad.
19 in the list was pineapple, which is really surprising.
Boo.
I really enjoy an avocado on my burger now. I used to not care
Oh,
for it, but
sure.
it's a good replacement for a mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yes.
A nice oily taste to it.
Mhm.
What do you think,
Yep.
Jan?
Sure. I
Like
love
that one?
olive.
We'll do it. He'll allow it. Avocados.
Allow it. Allow it. All right. Show me avocado.
Oh,
Avocado / guacamole. Number
guacamole.
12, just after
Oh, we
mustard.
got 11 and 12, but not the
Yeah,
79.
yeah.
Wow.
We already did
7.
lettuce. Yeah, we did.
We did.
Well,
Did anybody put bun? I just want to
Yes.
know if anybody put
Somebody
I will
put
tell
bun.
you that because I don't think any of you are going to just say
Smartasses.
bun.
Smart
3
asses.
people said bun. It was number 17.
I knew it.
let's
Smart asses.
do. I like a jalapeno slices on my burger sometimes.
Oh, that's nice.
Not
Yeah.
too hot. I don't want the ones that are. I guess the more ripe those are, the less hot they are. So I'd like them to be ripe. Thank you.
I like
but
to hear you justify your burger order to
Now,
the
do you
burger
like
guy one day.
them? See, for those, I prefer throw them like saute them or pickle them. I want them a little bit a little bit. I don't want just the raw jalapeno slices on my burger.
I would prefer that too. I think I'll take him either way, but I'm with you on that. But I think I'll just let's just categorically say peppers. Maybe that'll get me there.
All right. Show me categorically peppers. Really, jalapenos
nice.
is fine.
Good job.
Number 9 on the list.
Okay.
Because I don't think anybody's like doing a bell pepper slice on there.
No,
on their
I've
burger.
actually done that before. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I don't. It's not like I was like, oh, I gotta do that again. But it was like, I ain't got nothing else to put on this stupid burger.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to put stuff on there. I get it.
Yeah. Tried it out. Didn't work out. So, Jan, you got one so far. The last two that I've said.
Hey, it's my turn, butthole.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get one, butthole?
Yeah.
Last answer.
You've been
on the
losing
board.
so much today.
I know. I don't blame
Sorry
you.
about that.
I don't blame you. How about I used to do a thing when I was a kid, but there's no way this is on here. And I would never do it now.
Oh, please tell us.
All right, I'll just do it.
Give us that much.
I'll just do it. I used to put Lay's potato chips on my burger, and
That was one of the ones I was gonna say. Put some chips on it, baby.
Yeah, I love that.
Add a little crunch to it. You're gonna eat those chips anyway with your burger. Why not eat them on your burger?
I agree.
I put those in tuna salad sandwiches too, like just some Lay's potato chips right on the top.
Oh, that sounds good.
Barbecue
Or egg salad. Show me chips.
Oh, that was a good one though.
It was a good one. Yeah.
All right. Well, now
I
it's
don't
in
know.
your hands.
I know I'm all lost.
The only thing I can think of is the OG form of mayo, egg.
Oh,
egg. That's a good idea. Boy, you just know you're breaking down
you
all
break these down in their raw ingredients.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
great.
nice. I like that. I think egg's a good one. A fried egg, good old fried egg right on top of there with a boom. Is it going to be runny though? Is that what we do?
Always makes me think about the Simpsons. We take 18 ounces of ground beef, soak it in rich, creamy butter, then top it off with bacon, ham, and a fried egg.
Yeah.
We call it
my
our Good Morning Burger, and it's available.
Oh my god.
Fried eggs are popular, though. I'll bet this is at least on your
Yeah,
list if
yeah.
it's not in this 7th
Runny
slot.
fried egg, right? You gotta have that.
Yes, you got to keep the yolk. You got to keep the yolk runny because you want it oozing out the back of the burger when you take that first bite. Show me a fried egg.
Oh, look at that.
Number
Yeah,
7.
look at
Board
you.
is run.
If I had never said anything, you would have run the board.
Yeah, I think your partner there. Look, the Finnish are they're highly educated, sophisticated people.
Yeah.
All right, they know
For
stuff.
sure.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh, well freaking done. Brian, what else was on this list that we didn't get to?
Yeah, some of the ones you didn't get to. I did separate relish from pickles because people put relish on their burgers. Beetroot or beets, pickled beets. It was a thing that I had the first time when we were in Australia, and if I can, I'll get it anytime. I love beetroot on burgers. Green chilies. So yeah, that is another form of pepper besides the jalapenos. Green chilies. Secret sauce, special sauce, animal sauce. Another burger. Somebody just says put another patty on there. Bacon jam.
Bacon jam's good.
Okay.
Just chili as opposed to green chili, just like your red
chili's
chili.
good. We're doing that. Chili cheeseburger. That's good.
Yeah.
Kimchi.
Oh, kimchi is so good on a burger, you guys. You have no idea. It's so
Yes. And finally, somebody said scrimp salad.
Shrimp salad.
Was that you, Dunaway? That sounds like something you'd say.
No, I would. No, I have had no cheese, and I have used pimento cheese.
Oh, well, that's because
melt it a little bit. It's pretty good. It's not bad.
You're a criminal. You're a food criminal.
It's not a go-to. It's just it's not bad. It's not bad.
Gross. But that's awesome, though.
Congratulations.
This means
you're
won.
a winner.
And you won the right way, really, just dominating. And that's amazing. So these codes are going to be yours, Jan. They're going to come straight to you. And mostly, I'm just excited the freaking phone call worked this time. It's like 3 times in a row, and it worked. So nice job.
Yeah, I was on my phone the previous times.
Yeah.
And now I'm on my computer and stuff. So
there you go.
And Jan, putting your codes in there reminded you gave me that awesome trivia question or trivia thing about each movie is a state, or like basically 50 states, 50 movies, match the movie to the state that it largely takes place in. This thing is great. I'm going to spend some more time with it before I give an answer because I don't want to just rush it. I want to savor this.
I have another one for you as well.
Very nice.
Cool. Yeah, please do.
Are you my friend on Discord?
Hey, wait, Jan, one quick thing before you go. Can you say, how do you say congratulations in your native tongue?
Odin now?
That's it? Odin now?
Sure.
Oh, see, there's no way I even came close.
Finnish, bro.
There's no way I came even close because that's how that language is. It's just like for pros only. It's insane. All right, have a fantastic day and congratulations. Hey, Dunaway, you did great today. Later today, 3:30 a.m. p.m. You and I will be getting together for Play Retro, and if you're thinking, man, that was fast. Well, yeah, we did one Sunday. And now we're going to do another one. And today it's all about that Banjo-Kazooie and the various games that came out of it.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie on the N64 and the Banjo-Tooie, which, by the way, I'm an idiot. I didn't realize until recently that it was because it was part 2. There wasn't a new character called Tooie.
No, it wasn't. You're not the only one that thought that back then, though. There are a lot of people thought that. So it'll be fun to clear that up. It's 25 years old. It's having a birthday.
Yeah, just this past month it turned 25-year-olds. Rareware's amazing platformer for the N64.
Yep, holds up, by the way. Very good game. Still fun. And there's the version that's on
Xbox.
Game Pass has a version that was basically up-resed and widescreened, but they still kept most of it the way it was. And if you've never played Nuts and Bolts, a game that came out on the 360, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, such a good game. So good.
Yeah. You know what's not good?
Yeah. What's that?
That revenge thing on the Game Boy.
Yeah, it's
Advance.
bad.
I guess it's okay.
No, it's bad.
I guess
it's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I'm with you. It's bad.
I just like the wooden mask dude that comes out and goes,
Mojo.
Yeah.
Mojo go.
He's great. He's better. I always mix him up in the Crash Bandicoot mask.
Yeah.
Always
I
mix
mixed
him
him up so badly that until we did our Crash Bandicoot episode on Play Retro, I had thought I had played Banjo-Kazooie. Never played it.
Nope.
This is my first time playing it.
Yep. Well, you missed
I'm so
out.
dumb.
Well, now you've missed in, but before you missed out.
I said that. I said that on Twitter. I was like, I feel sorry for all you chumps that played Banjo-Kazooie back when it came out and aren't playing it now in 2023 for the first time like me.
Yeah.
You guys are a bunch of chumps.
Because now you get to hear NPCs that sound like this. That's how everybody in this game talks. It's ridiculous. I love it.
Oh,
anyway, that's later today, 3:30 Mountain Time. Play Retro is the podcast. If you'd rather just grab that wherever you get your podcasts. But we'll be here live at frogpants.tv. Yep. Brian Dunaway, have a fantastic rest of your day and kiss our
you
butts. All right, off he goes. We're going to take a break. When we return, the venerable Tom Merritt will join us. We'll get a little tech news this morning. Always a nice way to kind of do our little mid of the show. But before that, we got to have a song. Brian, you have a song?
We do. I have a song, Scott. I have a song. So we're going to Alaska for this one. An indie pop folk singer songwriter named Ava Earl, Avearl, just like it sounds. She's been called a lot by many people in her life. They say, Ava, you are a lot. Her, loving amusement by her parents, mild frustration by her teachers, and joyful admiration by a few key mentors. This album that she's got coming out called Too Much is basically all about being a lot. This is the first single from the album. It's called Jealous of Her, a song about coping with unrequited feelings. There's a topic that's hardly ever covered in music is unrequited feelings, but she manages to cover it very well. This is the song Jealous of Her. Here is Ava Earl.
When you can't have a great lunch out, have a great lunch in. Lipton Cup of Soup. Quick!
Clean. Modern styling.
And we're back. Who was that again, that nice lady?
That was Ava Earl. She is a lot, and that's the brand new single, Jealous of Her, from her upcoming album, Too Much.
2 weeks.
Too much.
Oh, too much, not 2 weeks. Okay.
Too much weeks.
Too many weeks. Too many weeks. All right, Tom Merritt is swinging by the place. Going to chat a little bit about the old technology.
For sure.
Yeah, here's his little intro.
This is Tommy's room, and he's thinking about his room. Can you guess what he's thinking?
I have no idea what he's thinking.
It's about his room. He's just thinking about his room.
That's what he's thinking.
That's what I'm thinking about mine, too. Yeah. I got to do something about my messy room. Yeah. Tom Merritt is here. Look at that. What do you know? It's a Wednesday.
Well, looky there.
Looky here. Our old pal Tom joins us on Wednesdays, talks about the tech of the day in preparation for the Daily Tech News Show. And I love having you on, man. It's good to have you back.
Well, it's good to be here. have you heard that Microsoft wants to buy Blizzard?
I have heard rumors that they have wanted to buy Blizzard.
Wait a
Under the
minute,
radar
is this
story.
current news, or am I hearing Tom from a year ago?
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago, yeah.
Something
Well,
like that.
but the minds are being focused on this 2-year-old problem because July 18th is the deadline for Microsoft to finish the deal or have to pay Activision Blizzard stockholders a penalty. That is standard. That is a standard thing. When you go into a deal, you say, look, we don't want you dragging your heels. If you're really going to buy us, you're going to buy us. And if you don't buy us by this date, then you owe us money. It's sometimes called a breakup fee, something like that. And it happened with AT&T and T-Mobile. If you remember, AT&T was going to buy T-Mobile. They ended up not buying T-Mobile, had to pay T-Mobile a breakup fee. So Microsoft would like to not have to pay that fee. And the matter of fact, Activision Blizzard would prefer not to receive that fee. They would prefer the deal go through, but from everything they've said. So it was important on Monday when an injunction was issued. That was the news yesterday, or an injunction was not issued, I should say.
Right.
A preliminary injunction had been sought by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission to prevent the deal from being concluded by July 18th because the FTC has a full administrative court case, an administrative judge hearing their objections, which is supposed to take place August 2nd. And if they close the deal July 18th, well, then that complicates things for the court case. So they wanted to stop it from happening.
Right.
The judge did not issue the preliminary injunction because they looked at the facts of the case and all the testimony and said, it doesn't look like you're going to win, FTC. I'm sorry, but we'd issue a preliminary injunction if we thought, well, you'd hate to see this whole thing go through and then Microsoft lose in court and have to unwind it. But that's not the way the judge saw it. The judge saw it as, we'd hate to see us stop this from happening, Microsoft incur a penalty, and then win in court. And then the whole thing would have been unnecessary. They should have been allowed to go through. So the judge said, we're not going to give you an injunction. A lot of headlines misportrayed that as Microsoft has won approval. They haven't won approval, but there's nothing stopping them from completing this merger in every region except the UK. The UK has issued a report that says you cannot do this merger. We are against it. And so the option Microsoft would have is to buy Activision Blizzard and merge everywhere but the UK and leave a small version of Activision Blizzard independent in the UK. That's an incredible mess, as you might imagine. Nobody wants that, but that would be where they were left. So that brings us to today's news. After the FTC court case, which makes it look very unlikely that the US is going to be able to stop this merger, the UK said, we will pause our litigation to stop you in this merger. Microsoft, if you pause your litigation, let's talk. So they did that yesterday. And today, again, I think this is being misimplied in some headlines. The UK said, look, our decision is our decision. We paused to see if they are willing to restructure the deal. But if the deal is as is, we're against it. We're not changing that. A lot of people are taking that to mean, oh, the UK is digging in. They're not going to give in. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It's more likely a hardball negotiating tactic to put it out there in public like, we're not going to change our minds very easily. You're going to have to do something significant in order for us to want to reopen an investigation technically and approve this deal by your deadline of July 18th, which is 6 days away.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the whole crux of the problem. We're racing a clock here. So all of this stuff is all well and good. Like, I actually think it's very healthy for territories to have concerns and to address those and to have hearings and, you know, go through all the proper rigmarole to get all that stuff sussed out. I think that's good. And whatever their decision is also fine, because that's what it is. It is whatever it is. But all of this is happening as they are heading toward this like finish line deadline. They have to do this like fast, or they have to pay the fee or the fine. I don't know if there's a way around that. Like, is there a way for Microsoft to say, all right, look, we fully intended to be done by now, but because we're hung up over here and here, we think these couple of things will work out. We will get past them, but we're going to need a little more time. Can Activision agree to that?
I think if there are material reasons like, okay, the UK CMA looks like it's going to agree, but it's going to agree on July 19th, then yes, I think you can get Activision Blizzard's lawyers to sign off and say like, all right, we'll do an extension, we'll do some clever accounting, and maybe we refund you the fee or so. Yeah, I don't really pretend to know all the ins and outs, but I know there are a few options, but I know they don't generally like to exercise those options unless they're 100% certain that deal is going to go through.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's also talk of appeal today on the FTC side. Is that coming across your stuff?
The FTC can still appeal this. They have until July 14th to appeal. It's not likely that they would win on appeal. It's also possible that a judge would turn down their appeal, but more likely the judge would hear the appeal and overrule them, and then they could appeal again to the Supreme Court, I suppose. Lena Khan, who is the chair of the FTC, is leaning that way, apparently. This is all, sources say kind of stuff. But almost all experts look at it and say, yeah, she's got a couple things as far as the definition of competition that she could push on, but the facts of the case are pretty much against her. And the way the judge laid it out in denying the preliminary injunction is pretty airtight. Most people wouldn't want to appeal that decision. So we're waiting. We're waiting to see what the FTC is going to do. However, if they appeal July 14th, I don't know that they're going to get a court date in time for July 18th, and it would have to be expedited. So they're going to want to appeal fast and get this thing fast-tracked, because if they need a preliminary injunction to stop a merger from happening on July 18th, they have to get that injunction before July 18th.
Yeah, July is busy, turns out, for this stuff. So you guys need to get your shiz together. If you want to have some of the conversations and arguments around the periphery of this, like what does it actually mean for you as a gamer, this sort of stuff, there's a lot of that happening in our Discord right now and has been for a while. Great place for that. Lots of respectful people talking about the nuances and on the ground effects of this kind of merger. So go check that out, frogpants.com/Discord. To find out more, and make sure you listen to the Daily Tech News Show today about this and other great tech stories. They will surely be on display today at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and I'll be there as well on display. So watch for that. Tom,
We'll have you in the middle of the table under a big glass dome.
I can't wait. I'm sure it'll be air conditioned, and that's all I ask for.
Seriously.
Tom Merritt, there's probably other cool stuff happening in your world. Anything you'd like to promote or mention here before you go?
Yeah, two things. One, a little shout out to Marek in the chat here during the live stream. Good analysis, Marek. Microsoft, in Marek's opinion, is probably going to restructure, and the CMA will sign it off. But also, Activision and Microsoft don't want to extend their deadline because that gives the FTC more options on stopping the deal if they extend it.
Good point.
So they kind of want to keep the pressure on and just make the deal. If they can get the UK CMA to sign off, then that strategy works. So good. I like to recognize good analysis in chat when I see it.
He's great. He's great. He's a great follow. That guy's awesome everywhere. He's one of my favorite people in our community.
Yeah.
He's freaking great.
I also want to remind people that there is a new weekly Android show that is probably very familiar to people who watched an old weekly Android show. The hosts of All About Android, which is no longer being produced, have started a new show called Android Faithful. And the first episode is out. They recorded it last night. It's Wen Tui Dao and Ron Richards and Michal and talking about all the Android news of the week. Now, this first episode is talking about all the Android news for a couple of weeks because it's been a minute since they did their last episode of the old show. But if you are somebody who is curious about Android or uses Android on a daily basis, you're going to want to get this in your life. So if you haven't already, go check out Android Faithful. Just type that into your podcatcher or go to androidfaithful.com.
That sounds great. Congratulations on the launch for all of them and you, and we'll see you today at 2.
Thanks, man.
Bye, Tom Merritt.
See you, Tom.
Oh, I almost hit remove friend. That would be bad.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, we can't have that. All right, let's see if Discord does its thing. No, we're good.
We're good. All right.
Don't know what the difference is. No idea. Never going to understand. Randy Jordan is coming in because we got to do Reccamentals. There's shit we've seen. We got to vent on it. We got to talk about it, and that's what we do. So here's that. Enjoy.
Well, what do you recommend?
We recommend stuff on streaming services, and we do it every Wednesday. And this Wednesday, this fine Wednesday, Randy Jordan, a.k.a. Randy Deluxe, joins us. Hello, Randy. Look at this burger thing he's showing us.
I know. It's a Randy burger.
Oh, wow. Your audio is jacked.
Yeah. At least you've got a good background because we can't hear a word you're saying.
Yeah. All I heard was there we go. Say something. Nope, still don't hear you. You're muted.
Nope.
We heard now you're back.
I promise it's working.
There you are.
Now it's
you're good. We can hear you now. Look at that burger behind you, man.
Burgermeister burger right there.
As the self-declared Frog Pants burger expert, I have thoughts, and those thoughts are, man, it's all good. Everything is good.
Yeah.
Like, you can make it all work. I'm not a fan of adding too much umami. I know some people are. Some people like to add the bacon, the mushrooms, etc. I like to let the burger itself do all the umami talking.
Sure.
But it's all good, man. Like, you were going down the list. I'm like, is kimchi gonna show up on here? Because that's good on a burger. Like, you could just.
How do you feel about a burger, the patty, ground beef, mixed with the grilled mushrooms prior to grilling? How do you feel about that?
Certainly the onions, 100%.
Oh, onions I could do too, yeah. But I don't know what it is.
It's animal style right there.
Something about mixing stuff in that meat is kind of my jam. I like it.
There's been so many attempts, right? Like, there was a small chain of restaurants here called Slater's 50/50 that would do 50% beef, 50% pork in the patty.
Yeah.
And you can do that. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. It's allowed.
Good. That's it.
It's allowed.
I have this fundamental concept, right, of the most basic things that you need in a burger. But I just went to In-N-Out the other day and I asked for all 3 kinds of onions. Like, who cares? Do whatever you want.
Yeah, you're living large, man. That's cool.
Rainbow Bright reminded me, by the way, that the Menu, the movie with Nicholas Hoult and Anya Taylor-Joy and Ray Fiennes. If you haven't seen it, it's fantastic. And it's got one of the best on-screen creations of a burger you will ever see.
Really?
It does for hamburgers what the movie Chef did for grilled cheese sandwiches.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I got to watch that. I still haven't gotten around to that.
You got to watch it.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Chef, you need to watch Chef. You need to watch the Chef show. You need to watch anything that Roy Choi ever appears on.
You need to go to Vegas, go to the Park MGM and eat at Best Friends because it is so good. Yeah.
All right.
You're making me want to go there right now, Randy, and do that, and then go see the Spice Girls show that's at the Excalibur that I was 2 weeks too early to see.
It's almost frustrating living out here and being a foodie because there's so many great options and they're so expensive and it's all the time,
Right.
And so just any given day, like I just mentioned, Roy Choi, man, he's got this awesome food truck. It's everywhere. You can just go have it any day you want and ruin yourself.
Yeah, I'm ready to ruin myself now after all this burger talk.
And just one last mention, and I'm not going to reset the counter because I'm going to say this very carefully, but the movie The Menu features 2 actors who are in a movie that you love, and in the upcoming sequel of a movie that you love, Scott. So,
really?
Yes,
I know I know one of them's in a Bob Odenkirk's in something, right?
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Menu with Nicholas Hoult.
I'm thinking of the bear again. I keep thinking of the bear.
You want to witness Nicholas Hoult, and then you'll get furious if you don't see Anya Taylor-Joy also in the Menu.
Well, I'm. Is there anyone else in there from Mad Max? Probably not.
You said furious. That's so cute.
Furious. Yes. Furious. All right. Well, let's get to our Reccamentals. We're going to over Nicole's today. She's still on vacation. She's in Disneyland. We hope she's having a great time.
Yeah, I'm expecting to have dinner with Nicole and her family later today.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice indeed.
And we're going to go over to downtown Disney, see the Spags. We might have Jazz Kitchen, Napa Rose. I don't know.
Yeah, the new updated Jazz Kitchen.
Oh, is it updated?
What did they do? What did they change?
They redid the outside and they changed the menu.
Oh,
I don't know if it's good.
All right.
I really like for a long time they were trying to get us to call it Ralph Brennan's
Yes, right.
No,
yes.
That's not going to happen. But
who's Ralph Brennan?
I just want to go get a big bowl of gumbo.
Yeah.
Who's the Ralph Brennan guy? Am I supposed to know that name? Who's that guy? Ralph Brennan.
He's just the guy who has the jazz kitchen at Disney.
Restaurateur.
Disney. That's it.
Okay, that's just he's not some famous otherwise guy I should know. Okay,
not that I know of. No.
They had good etouffee when I went there one time, so I don't know.
And I imagine all that stuff is still going to be on the menu. I think they've. Oh wow, they took shrimp and grits off the menu. Says Shoujo.
What?
Yeah, and I'll say the new design is it feels very sanitized. Like it doesn't feel like the old jazz kitchen as far as like the interior. The old interior felt like Tiana's from the movie from Princess and the Frog.
We've gone 180 degrees on this thing in like 2 minutes. So now we think maybe don't go to the jazz kitchen anymore.
Oh no, all I said was that they've updated it and changed the menu. I haven't eaten there, but from what I've seen,
it was a long time ago.
It does look sanitized.
They made some really good pickled onions once that I was there, and I remember being grateful that I ate there that day. And that's all I remember of that place. The pickled onions.
I have to go to any restaurant that I can find that has soul food or Cajun food because there's a chance that I might get fried okra, which is a thing that I need on a regular basis.
Kim made fried okra. Well, it was before we all got sick, but it was an amazing batch. I wish you'd have been here to sample some of it. It was very good.
I love how you guys keep saying this episode, like 4th of July made Tina sick. Fried okra made everybody sick at Scott's house. Like,
no, that is not what made us sick.
Not selling me.
That is not what made us sick.
Tina definitely did not get pneumonia from elote style corn on the cob.
I think she got it from Fan Expo dirty people. That's what I think
I'm
happened.
sure that's our guess too. Yeah.
Somebody breathing too hard. All right. Well, let's get to these Reccamentals. These are streaming items that we've seen. Brian, we're going to start with you. You've got a clip. How do you want to set this up?
Yeah, this is a newer movie and very similar to the first time I tried shaving. It's got a couple of nicks.
Oh, good Lord. All right, here we go.
Let me explain something to you, okay? I was wrong about you. I should have realized what you were capable of when you were so eager to join me.
I don't think I was eager. I think that you caught me at a low moment and you maybe manipulated me to
No. I used my power for a lot of things, but I didn't need to use it on you. You were a lawyer who wanted to get rich off a real estate deal. You're the one who used me. You used my power because you're a husk. An empty void that nothing can fill. The only thing that gave your life any meaning was my power. The power you used to bring me victims while you pretended to be one yourself. However, I'm the real victim here. I'm the one you swore to protect. And you abandoned me.
Wow, I didn't know he was that over the top in this. My God.
Just in case you were worried that Nicolas Cage wasn't going to be full-on Nicolas Cage, that's exactly why I picked that clip, just to put your fears to rest.
Wow, I don't know what to say. I thought he would be less. I don't know what I thought. I haven't seen this movie yet, but I thought it would be a little less over the top. But that's wow.
It's very over the top.
I mean, it has Aquafina and Ben Schwartz additionally. It must be a bit OTT, right?
It is because of all those people you mentioned is so over the top. The movie is Renfield, and it's currently streaming on Peacock. Watch a few commercials at the beginning. No interruptions further if you've got the subscription. Yay.
Nice.
It's basically Nicolas Cage plays the version of Count Dracula that oh my God, not Lon Chaney. Why am I forgetting the guy's name?
The original guy?
The original guy.
Bela Lugosi.
Thank you very much. Jeez Louise. Bela Lugosi's dead, by the way.
He sure is.
Basically continues the character that Bela Lugosi played to the point where they do some fun stuff with the original Dracula movie with Bela Lugosi that is brilliant stuff that you have to see to believe. Nicholas Hoult, across from Nicolas Cage, see what I did there, a couple of nicks. Nicholas Hoult plays Renfield, which is he's the assistant of Dracula, and because he's the assistant, Dracula has given him some like a small part of his powers, and he basically gives him just enough to where he's got some speed and some strength and stuff like that. But instead of drinking blood like Dracula does, Renfield keeps those abilities by eating bugs, much like the original Bram Stoker novel.
Sure.
And Renfield's job, as you heard in that clip, is to keep bringing Dracula bodies, especially when Dracula needs to recover from being attacked by vampire hunters. This went through so much stuff to finally happen. This was actually going to be part of, I think it was going to be part of the a version of Renfield was going to be part of the Dark Universe. What was that? The Universal Dark Universe?
Yeah. The Mummy was supposed to start it, and didn't
right.
really work
And the
out.
Mummy sucked, unfortunately, and because of that, they came up with a new version. By the way, Robert Kirkman is the guy who pitched it, and that's the same Robert Kirkman as Walking Dead, Invincible.
Sure.
He's the writer and one of the producers. Yes, one of the producers of the movie.
Yeah.
You were going to ask something, Randy?
Wasn't Nick Cage involved in Shadow of the Vampire?
He was involved in Kiss of the Vampire. Was he going to be involved in the new Dark Universe vampire movie?
Well, so Shadow of the Vampire is that John Malkovich, Willem Dafoe film from about 20 years ago. That is definitely in Dark Universe, but is a sort of like.
You mean the Nosferatu thing? Is that the one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Malkovich plays Nosferatu, and I'm sorry, he plays. Well, anyway, let me look. I just looked it up. Yes, Nick Cage was one of the producers of that movie.
Gotcha. Okay. So Nick Cage, he's had his toe dipped in the blood-filled coffin for a long time. Stuff like this. Now, first thing, some people are going to do is rush over to Rotten Tomatoes and see how it is. It's got a low, like a 50% somewhere, critic score, but a much higher audience score. I lean more towards the audience score on this one. I don't think it's as high as the 79%, I think, is what Rotten Tomatoes has. I'd give it a 70%. I think it was a lot of fun. You mentioned Awkwafina and Ben Schwartz. Ben Schwartz, I mean, those two. Ben Schwartz, between the two, is the way more over-the-top actor in this film than Awkwafina. Awkwafina dials it in a little bit because she's playing a cop that is tangled up with this whole vampire business. We can't also ignore Shori Agdashu.
I know how to say her name very well, but I love her so much and everything.
Yes, from The Expanse. And I mean, she is the woman with the voice. That's basically all you need to know is when you hear a very unique voice in film, whether it's Deep or Dark Water or The Expanse, it's Shora Agdashu, whatever. Slew. There's an L in there. Agdashu.
She's amazing. Everything she
does.
Is. Yeah.
She's fantastic. It's you know what? It's a lot of fun. If you go in not expecting high, you go in expecting a comedy. This is a comedy. It's a very tongue-in-cheek comedy, and it's done very, very well in that aspect. Then you're not going to be disappointed. I wasn't disappointed. I went in not expecting anything, and I wasn't disappointed at all by what they did.
I wish Rotten Tomatoes wouldn't put a green splotch on things that are. This is currently at 58%. I feel like the green splotch ought to be a little bit lower.
30% lower should get the green splotch. Maybe a yellow something, a yellow tomato, like not quite ripe yet tomato.
Oh yeah, I see some granularity because you go from rotten to, or you go from fresh to rotten right at 60%. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a little abrupt. You're not wrong. I wonder if they ever change that.
And I also really appreciate that the point of Reccamentals is for you to find stuff that's sort of in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And let us know that it's okay to watch.
Yeah, and this one, I will also let you know, small kids, probably not for them. There's no nudity, but there is a lot of gore, a lot of violence. A couple guys get stabbed by the arms ripped off of another guy at one point. So
great.
Be prepared that you're going to have a little bit of that to contend with the for the children, for the small children.
Based on that audio, is Nick Cage as goofball as it sounds like? It sounds like he's just
Oh yeah, I thought I started with that. That just in case, you're getting full Nicolas Cage. You're getting the full Cage.
So that's not him. That's not me just not having the visual, and so it doesn't work the same. Like it really is him being that cheeseball.
It's basically all that stuff that he saved up from not doing it in the Five Nights at Freddy's thing that he did, Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
All the stuff he saved up from that, he decided to just put it in here on top of his own.
Great.
On top of his own.
Just let it rip. Guy will take a few minutes and do Pig and some other really good work, and then another one of these.
He never full on gives us the alphabet A B C D E F G H I J K elemental P.
I want him to though. I want that.
But you do get a lot of that. You get a lot of that stuff. That delivery, that style of delivery in this.
I actually like. This is my hottest hot take about Nick Cage. He ruined Kick-Ass for me, and like that movie would have been so much better without him. Sorry.
Really, I liked him in that.
For me, in
right.
that particular movie, like I like Nick Cage. I like his shtick.
Sure.
But that movie, he ruined it for me.
Yeah, interesting. How'd you feel about him in Spider-Verse 1? The Spider Noir.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
He's the perfect voice for that character.
Okay. Interesting. I kind of liked him for the same reason in the other one, but maybe I don't know. I haven't seen Kick-Ass in a long time. I'll go back.
I definitely need to give that one a rewatch. It's been years since I don't think I see it since I saw it in theaters, just the one time. So.
Yeah, I'm the oddball on that. I held it to this weird standard, and I like the movie. There's this thing he does that drives me crazy. Anyway,
let's get to So that's again Renfield and
it's Renfield on Peacock.
Randy, let's pull yours up. What is your clip you got here, Randy? What do you got here?
I'm going to go back in time a little bit. I just rewatched one of my favorite movies. It's a rom-com. You're about to hear three of the actors in the film, not the lead that you might expect, but three of the actors, and they're all having an evening at home. They're a father and his adult children, a woman and her brother, and this is coming from we've now been talking about like Rotten Tomato scores for the last 6 weeks or something, and this is coming from a really strange place. Like this to me is the weirdest movie that ever hit Rotten Tomatoes in terms of the score. The score is currently 45%. It led to me completely disavowing myself of certain critics because they were so completely wrong. Like Rex Reed, the film critic, this is the movie at which I stopped ever paying any attention to Rex Reed,
really,
because he was so wrong. This is one of my favorite movies of all time,
wow.
and it's currently streaming, so I rewatched it.
All right, here's the clip. Rex Reed, by the way, part of his problem is he lives so far up his own ass. That guy.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't read his stuff. Anyway, here you go. This is Randy's clip. Let's see what we got.
Happy birthday to you. And you don't look a day over 25.
Yeah, right. And Doug's muscles aren't pharmaceutically enhanced.
What are you talking about? I use an herb supplement that we purchased at any health food store. Check this out. Check out these glutes. Rock hard, baby. Pretty sweet, huh?
Stop it. You're going to make me throw up on the cake.
Okay, just open your present.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, The Sixth Sense.
Hey, when I'm done doing the dishes, do you guys want to watch it?
Sure.
I know very little of 50 First Dates, so you're going to have to sell me on it.
Well, okay.
Have you not seen it, Scott?
Never seen it. No.
Oh, wow. Good.
Yeah,
at the same time that critics like Nick Shager were panning this movie, Roger Ebert and I think, well, I'm not sure that everybody in that little zone all agreed with this, but at the same time, Roger Ebert called it the only great rom-com of the last 20 years. Like he was like, there was When Harry Met Sally, and then no great rom-coms, and then this. And I agree. I completely agree.
Weird.
I find this to be a near perfect film. I want to call out Blake Clark as Drew Barrymore's dad here. He's also in some other, like he's in The Waterboy. He has a pretty prominent role in The Waterboy, and you might think, oh, well, that's not much of a serious actor. It's just some guy that Adam Sandler keeps putting in movies. Blake Clark kills it in this movie. he has to play like this scene that I just played for you is like the end of him acting his ass off as an aging father of a daughter who has a terrible condition, and he is playing along with her problem. And every time she's looking at him, he's so incredible, and then she looks away and you see the grief on his face, and that's the kind of thing that makes a comedy better. Like that sort of back and forth where you have people who have genuine concerns that you can sympathize with as a viewer, and then there's also really high hitting jokes.
Yeah, he's great. He's the replacement Slinky Dog voice on Toy Story, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
when Jim Varney died, he took over, and he nails it. You can't even tell. I always in my head, I'm like, oh, they just keep using old Jim Varney tracks they never got around to using or something. But no, it's this dude.
You also heard Drew Barrymore's brother, Sean Astin, with a lisp or somewhat of a lisp.
Yeah.
He's very funny in this movie. And it's got all of Adam Sandler's regulars, right? It's got Rob Schneider, it's got Alan Covert. But there's also some other things. There's some things that just come out of nowhere in this movie. And Maya Rudolph has this cool little part where all she has to do is show up in one scene and really sell one joke, and she does. And there's a Hawaiian actress named Amy Hill who she plays the part of a sort of like adopted mom for Drew Barrymore, and she's just awesome. I can't stand it that you haven't seen this movie. I keep saying this every week.
You're avoiding Rob Schneider for some reason. You won't bring him up at all, and he's like third in the credits. How does Schneider?
I think he's pretty much what you expect from a Rob Schneider performance.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I figured.
I mean, you could say it's his best performance, but he's just not. He's not really that important to the movie, you know.
When you've already got the bacon and the cheese and the secret sauce, he's and the pickles. He's basically the little lettuce. He's the lettuce that accidentally fell onto the burger as you were doing it.
Oh yeah, I don't need. And I'll probably take that part off. You're right. I'll just move that off the plate.
There you go. Yep.
I see Dan Aykroyd's in this. Probably small role, I'm guessing. What's he doing in there?
It's relatively small. He plays a doctor who's aware of and treating Drew Barrymore's condition. By the way, Brian Ibbett is talking about this movie a little bit in terms of time loop movies. It is not technically a time loop movie. The one character, Drew Barrymore's character, is she has an amnesia that occurs every night of her life. So she keeps basically expecting to be waking up on the same day every morning.
Randy, I don't make the rules on what's a time loop movie and what isn't. The rules are just presented to me, and this is a time loop movie for Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sounds about right.
You can see how in the hands of a good filmmaker, that character could be very fun, like fun to to examine, fun to put some jokes around.
Yeah.
But it's a Peter Siegel film. Peter Siegel, it's by far his best movie. Like there's not like Naked Gun 3. I don't know what his second best is, but this is by far his best movie. He really comes at this with just enough humanity, right? That you realize you're not making fun of this character and their condition at all. There's practically no jokes about her and the condition. It's everybody around her and all of the nonsense that they get into that makes the movie so fun and funny. And then it is a rom-com, and it's a real actual rom-com. The romance between Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore works. You know, they were in a previous movie together, right? What is it? Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer, yeah.
And they have real chemistry, and it's good chemistry. And the very end of the movie, the last scene, is just beautiful. It's genuinely beautiful. And I think Peter Siegel deserves credit. Again, Peter Siegel, not Peter Sagal.
You're not going to get a Carl Castle answering machine recording at the end of this film.
No,
I will. By the way, I will say that in thinking about it, this movie is more a time loop movie for everybody but Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
And it's less of a time loop. It's a Drew loop movie, which is a kind of a time loop, but a Drew loop.
But also then, and you know, you can talk about this much more at a different times, Brian.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, maybe in August I will. Yeah.
The beauty of the film, is how everyone ends up working together to solve the problem that's created by her condition.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they do. And like, that's not even a spoiler, Scott, because again, it's a rom-com.
They need resolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
you know what? I'll get around. Kim, it sounds like something she'd like too, and I don't think she's seen it.
Kim would love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why we haven't seen it. We'll look
it's
at
on,
this.
It's on HBO Max. And Scott,
it's now 3 A-list celebrities shy of a Hallmark movie.
That's right. That's right.
And I want to modify what I said last week now, Scott. I want to suggest that you watch 50 First Dates before Palm Springs, because Palm Springs was made by people who've clearly seen 50 First Dates many times.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting.
So I just that's there.
They got their inspiration from there. All right.
Yeah, and I'll correct it. It's a 3 A-list star surplus of a Hallmark movie. If you take away everybody you know and maybe leave one person from an 80s sitcom, then it's a Hallmark film.
Those guys, I just found out today, Hallmark's launching a Christmas cruise line, cruise ship.
Of course they are.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm never getting on that boat.
Do they have a dating night on there where you can only come if you're a high power executive from the big city, and they're going to match you up with the flower shop owner from the small town in which you grew up?
He has to wear plaid and jeans, and she has to be wearing smart business attire. It's all going to have to be that way. You're right. Them's the rules. Them's the breaks.
And I just want to say one more thing about Rotten Tomatoes. This is one of the exceptions that prove the rule. Rotten Tomatoes is really, really useful, but it only gets really useful for an individual like me when you're able to go in and say, oh, here's a list of critics that I pretty much always agree with, and here's some critics that I often don't. Then you can really use those numbers, right? Because like, there's no explaining The Postman at 9%, except when you go and you remove the reviewers, the critics that you disagree with, and you really underline the ones you do. Like it's really helpful, because there's only like 3 critics in all of that list, right, for The Postman who liked it, and I like it, and so that really helps me identify them, right? And so you can make Rotten Tomatoes better by just doing a little legwork.
You're giving me the idea, and not like I can do anything with it, but Rotten Tomatoes should have, like, you log in and you rate the movies that you've seen, and basically it says, oh, well, you tend to agree with these reviewers and not these, so you get your own personal, here's what we think you'll think of this movie based on your choice, your agreement with these critics and disagreement with these other critics.
And that goes back 20 years when Rotten Tomatoes first came out. That was the plan.
Oh, really?
And the most prominent critics lobbied against it constantly. They really disliked that. They felt like it was somehow, opposed to their best interests.
Yeah. Well,
that would make it so. Yeah, I guess it is kind of the Netflix algorithm, except based on with taking the quote unquote professional critics out of the mix and basing it completely on how you agree with other ordinary Joe Netflix subscribers, as opposed to a mix of Netflix subscribers and critics.
And another topic we should talk about sometime is how the algorithms get worse. When the Netflix algorithm first came out, it was so good.
Yeah.
And it's like over the years, it's gotten way more dependent on what somebody's telling it needs to push.
No, you know what? It's gotten bad for us, Randy, because of FilmSack. Because Netflix sees the crap that we have to watch for FilmSack and says, "Oh, you like Howard the Duck? All right, how about Spice World? Or how about?"
That's kind of the same thing I'm saying. Like Netflix isn't like, even if I downvote something, Netflix is like, but you watched the whole thing.
But you watched it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the computer knows what we did. They know.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to my clip. This is a movie that I meant to see when it came out. It was accoladed to death and back, and I love the director, and I love everything about these movies, so why I didn't see it, I don't know. But I got in a mood recently, ended up watching like 3 of this director's films this last week, and this was awesome. So here's my clip.
It is an extremely common mistake. People think the writer's imagination is always at work, that he's constantly inventing an endless supply of incidents and episodes, that he simply dreams up his stories out of thin air. In point of fact, the opposite is true. Once the public knows you're a writer, they bring the characters and events to you. And as long as you maintain your ability to look and to carefully listen, these stories will continue to... Stop it! Stop it! Don't do it! Will continue to seek you out over your lifetime.
All right. That's a very early scene in the Grand Budapest Hotel, a Wes Anderson film from 2014, which won Best Picture that year and was nominated for a trillion others. It was probably his most successful film in terms of awards, I believe. And everyone's got their favorite stuff. People are like, oh, I prefer Moonrise Kingdom, or I like Fantastic Mr. Fox, or whatever it is.
Everybody's got their favorite Wes.
Yeah.
Sure.
My favorite is all of it. I've yet to see a Wes Anderson movie I didn't like. Even the ones that are considered weak, like the Darjeeling Limited, I still think that's a pretty good movie. And I watched Fantastic Mr. Fox, this, and French Dispatch over the weekend. And I really liked all of it, but Grand Budapest Hotel, there's a reason that thing was so critically loved. I think it is really freaking good. There's an energy about it that is just so well paced. It's kind of nonstop, and I don't mean it in an action way, but just kind of like it's nonstop Wes Anderson is what it is. And this is all just to prepare me to watch Asteroid City, which comes out today, I think, or yesterday on rental. I can rent it now.
Yeah, I think yesterday, yeah.
So I'm going to rent that this week. But I love this movie. I think Ralph Fiennes is brilliant in it. Didn't he win that year? Best actor, I think. I think he did. Maybe he didn't.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. I know he's nominated.
In 30 seconds.
F. Murray Abraham's in it. He's amazing. Matthew Almeric, I don't know how you say his name, or Matthew Almeric. He plays the young boy that F. Murray Abraham plays later. It is full of all the people you usually see in these movies by him. Willem Dafoe's in it. Adrian Brody's in it. Jeff Goldblum is in it. Jude Law, Edward Norton, Bill Murray, of course. Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse Ronan. She just does her straight up Irish accent. She's fantastic.
Rhymes with inertia.
That's right. Claire not listening, I hope. Jason Schwartzman, of course, you have to have him. Tilda Swinton, who's very commonly in his stuff now. That voice you heard in the clip was Tom Wilkinson. He plays the old version of Jude Law when he's older. And then you go back in time and kind of see it from his perspective. Owen Wilson's barely in it, but he's in it. So all the usual people that Wes Anderson drags around with him show up in this. But one that surprised me that I'm not used to seeing in Wes Anderson movies is Harvey Keitel, who at first is unrecognizable as his character Ludwig, and he's part of the whole Prison Break stuff. He's so good in this, and under the direction of Wes Anderson, that I was just eating everything up that Harvey Keitel brought with him. And he's shirtless and bald, and that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
awesome. I forgot about. I need to watch it again. I watched it when it first came out, and I'd completely forgotten about it. So I think I need to give it another look-see.
It's
just to give you the awards rundown, Scott, it was nominated for 9 Oscars. It won 4 Oscars that year. None of the acting Oscars were a part of that, but it was nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Cinematography. You got to always talk about Robert Yeoman when you talk about a Wes Anderson film. Like, Robert Yeoman is just a genius cinematographer that does things that you don't see in other movies.
Did it not? It wasn't nominated for screenplay.
So it won for costume, makeup, original music. I'm sorry, original score. And production design.
I thought it won Best Picture. Why did I think that?
No.
I'm smoking crack. Who won in no, it's 2014, so 2015 it would have been
So that would be Birdman, one of the most overrated winners to ever happen.
That's right. I remember it being a real tooth and nail between these two. People were arguing about, even on the show, I think we were making bets about it way back then.
Well, and now that we have the benefit of a long time of hindsight, it should have gone to Imitation Game or Selma. Like, there's really awesome nominees.
Yeah, there were a lot. I liked Birdman, but yeah, there were so many better movies that came out that year. By the way, he's working on his second Roald Dahl adaptation called The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, and it's going to be an exclusive Netflix coming out by the end of the year.
Heard about that. Is it a?
that's cool.
It's a standalone film though, right? Not like a series, as far as we know.
Yeah, just a standalone, as opposed to like a miniseries.
Yeah.
It appears to just be a single film.
Very much looking forward to that. I love Isle of Dogs. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox. His eye for that stuff is so good. Oh my gosh.
Could we ever do like Bottle Rocket for Film Sack, you think? Is that the
sure.
one?
Hell yeah.
Well, we
That's
did
the one.
we did the Steve Zissou thing. We did the
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. We did Life Aquatic. didn't we?
yeah.
Okay.
And I really liked Life Aquatic. I loved
did
that.
too.
I think I feel like all of his mainline movies are sackable. And I say that with love. Like I think Rushmore is a fine film, and I think it would be fun to sack because it's weird, right? I think The Royal Tannenbaum's a fine film. I think Darjeeling Limited is a fine film.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to watch Moonrise Kingdom with my kid because it's the only one that's PG-13. These are all R-rated movies.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for his first Wes Anderson.
Yeah, it's a force in our house. My daughter has this giant coffee table book that she's had for years that just like goes through all the like the framing and the color schemes.
Oh, that's
and
cool. Yeah, he has such a specific style that he's easy to imitate. He's easy to parody. SNL did a great Wes Anderson parody. Obviously, the stuff we've been seeing with the Star Wars stuff online.
Lord of the Rings.
I heard
Lord of the Rings
by Wes Anderson.
I heard an interview with Edward Norton recently where they asked him about something, and he basically the conversation turned to in the same year that he made. Well, that's what it was. Moonrise Kingdom. He made $4,000. Basically, got day rate paid, and for the same year he did the Hulk. The Incredible Hulk, and got 20 million for that movie or 18 million or something. And they're like, why would you even bother with Moonrise Kingdom? And he goes, you don't understand. The reason these movies are full of the greatest talent acting has ever produced. Like one Wes Anderson movie has more acting talent in it than the rest of the year, right? It's crazy. He says they're not there to make money, including Wes Anderson. They don't make money. They're there to be in a Wes Anderson film, and that's all they care about. They don't care if it's cheap. They don't care if it's low pay. They just want to be in his movies. And I thought that was fascinating because I'm sure that's true. That's probably true of a bunch of directors. Like people would kill to be in a Scorsese movie, or they'd kill to be in a, I don't know, Spielberg movie or something. But Edward Norton, like, we don't get paid shit on those movies, and I don't care because I love him.
In that interview, Norton actually said that he figures he lost like $50,000 overall because he had to pay. He paid for his travel and his lodging and so forth. Like that, it was like a labor of love. He would do it again.
Yeah, and he keeps being in his movies. He's in the new one. So
I guarantee you, he's gotten paid very well for subsequent Wes Anderson movies.
He's probably done fine, I'm sure. But the main point is, it's like this is just an auteur that Brian's right. Easy to duplicate, but if you duplicate it, people will call you on it. You can't duplicate it and have anyone take you seriously.
You could only get away with parody. You can't get away with anything
I
else.
just love it. So anyway, I highly recommend this. This is on Hulu currently. I bounced around a bit because the other one, French Dispatch, I believe, is on Prime. So I went from Hulu to Prime, and now I'm back on Hulu for Fox, Fantastic Mr. Fox, but it's kind of all over the place. But this one is on Hulu. It's the Grand Budapest Hotel. I say it's the best thing I ever watched Ray Fiennes do. Freaking love him in this.
Well,
that and Quiz Show are my two favorites, I think. I love
It's
Quiz
funny
Show.
that we had Nicholas Hoult and Ray Fiennes in our Reccamentals, and now you need to watch the menu.
Oh, and I gave the wrong credit for Zero. The main character, Zero, is played by Tony Revolori, not Matteo Almerac. So sorry, I gave the wrong actor the wrong name.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I want
to say one more thing. What a time we live in that we're getting to see Wes Anderson films as they come out, and we're getting to understand and appreciate what that means. Like, think about this. Like, just take the Darjeeling Limited. It puts together Owen Wilson and Adrian Brody and Jason Schwartzman, and they are amazing. It is a power trio, right? The characters, their performances. Any other director, any other studio would have put those guys in 5 sequels. Like, there's just no doubt. But Wes Anderson gets to do what Wes Anderson wants to do. And so we get to have that. It's like,
and they still puts them in there.
Crystallization.
They're still all three in the next 5 movies.
Exactly.
They're just not this. It's not the same characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something else, man. His entire, even if you just go on the IMDb and just look at the listing of his movies, you see this art style in the tiny little poster art. It's like this crazy color scheme. I want to capture it and go paint something based on it.
Yeah,
anyway.
Royal Tenenbaums is a really good palette. Like that, if you ever want to like look at a movie and then use those colors, use that one.
Oh, look at the people they're going to have in this new one that Brian brought up. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. They already confirmed Ray Fiennes, Rupert Friend, Benedict Cumberbatch, Ben Kingsley, Richard Ayola, the IT crowd guy, Richard Ayola, not Ayola, Ayoade. Have you said?
Ayoade.
Ayoade, thank you.
Dev Patel. And that's just the ones that are like extra, including the billions of people he already carries with him everywhere.
Yeah, in his pocket.
Yeah.
Just imagine if Ben Kingsley and Benedict Cumberbatch and Ralph Fiennes, and I'm just going to say Ralph Fiennes.
Sure.
Imagine if those 3 people all get to just sit and talk to each other. That's an insane concept.
Mm-hmm. It is. You're just making me want to go watch all this shit again, not just talking about it.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, well there it is. And take that, Parasite trolls. I didn't watch Parasite this last week. I watched these things instead. That's gonna do it. Hey, Brian puts these up on quicktms.li. Already up there.
They're ready for people right there.
Yep. And as always, if you have suggestions on things we should watch or could watch, let us know here on the show. We would love to hear about those. Randy, thanks for hanging out with us. I guess Film Sack was supposed to be last week about Green Lantern. Guess what it's going to be next week? About Green Lantern.
Yeah, Tina totally effed everything up.
Yep. Blame her. Not really.
I am sitting. I've completely forgotten what I wrote for an intro, for a Twitter post.
You and me both. I actually feel like I've got to watch at least watch the movie clips recap stuff just to refresh. Yeah.
Yeah, that may not hurt actually to do that. I should do that too. I kind of, you guys, look, I know I always say this line about, you might be surprised what I thought. There are parts of this that I came away going, oh, that was not what everyone told me this was nothing but a shit sandwich. And there was stuff in there wasn't.
There is stuff in there. That's,
I felt lied to a little bit, not
Save
by you guys.
It for the show.
I am biting my tongue because I can't wait to talk about how, like I perceive all of DC in having avoided DC as much as possible my entire life. It's like, okay, we're gonna talk. We have a talk.
We have stuff to
talk
do.
About.
So we'll see you then. Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you. Nicole's not here. Never mind.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole, for being in here in spirit. Yeah, it's vicariously you're here somehow or something. Right. All right, that is going to do it for today's show. We are out of here. However, a quick final note here from somebody. Talking about getting shots. Remember the whole tetanus thing?
Yeah.
Have a difference between that and how you get it, where you get it, and all that. Seth from Philly wrote in, says, you don't get rabies from rusty nails. You get tetanus. You need a tetanus shot every 10 years. Rabies are from dogs or cats or wild animals that foam at the mouth. Last time I checked, rusty nails don't form and don't have mouths.
Don't foam.
Oh, I'm foam. And don't have mouths. Love the show, says Seth.
Yeah. We corrected it. I think we corrected during the show, like probably right after he sent that text.
Yeah.
We said, not rabies, tetanus. And
yeah, I think we cleared it up. And then he never sent a reply. So I just listen, dude, if you wanted to correct yourself, you should have sent us a second text. All right. That's how this works. But we love you too, Seth. And thank you for that message.
Sure. Yes.
801-471-0462 is the place to send it. Please join our Patreon. We're about halfway through July, which feels insane to even say. We're getting there anyway. Patreon.com/TMS will get you all sorts of benefits. If you need to know more, you can go there and find out real quick what those are. Go check it out. That's patreon.com/TMS. Tomorrow we'll have Wendy back in a full Thursday accoutrement. So that'll be fun. And I think that's everything I got. Brian, you got anything else to mention?
I got nothing else. Oh, actually, there was the thing I was going to bring up. Just really, you know what?
Right. Yeah.
You know what? The link I gave you, let's put it in the top of the show for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Did you put it in? Where'd you stick it?
It's right above the picture of corn that you put in our discussion.
That corn really messed me up. Oh, this. All right. Yeah, we'll make this a priority tomorrow.
Yeah, because I think we'll have some audio clips that we can pull from that thing. So.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, look at this.
So Yes.
I was so busy posting corn, I forgot about the porn right in front of it. Anyway.
Corn porn.
That'll be tomorrow. Lots of other stuff tomorrow, too. So check us out then. That'll do it for us. We need music, though. You have a little something to take us out?
I've got something. Yeah, the all that talk about Disneyland, we need to bring up a friend of ours that works there that is currently going through some stuff. Gary Fisher, he says, "Hi, Scotch and bourbon. Well, it's been 10 years since I made my first birthday song request when I'm 64 for my 64th birthday. How time flies. Since I'm currently getting radiation treatment for prostate cancer, I thought a cover of a Cure song might be appropriate. My prognosis is very good, and so far side effects have been manageable. I have 4 more weeks of treatment as of June 22nd when I'm writing this. Love the show, though. Gary, the Senior Geek."
Oh,
And,
we love
you,
Gary. Gosh dang it. I hate that he's going through that. I freaking hate it.
Yeah, we think about you so often, Gary, and we hope you're continuing to have minimal and manageable side effects from all that garbage.
I'm going to wear a colorful floral shirt on top of another shirt tomorrow, because that's how Gary is. If I picture Gary in my head, close my eyes, that's how I see him. I'm doing that tomorrow in solidarity with
You
Gary.
know what? I'm going to break tradition, and I'm going to wear a Hawaiian shirt tomorrow also. So tomorrow, I'm gonna just go crazy and wear a Hawaiian shirt, and then both of our shirts will be in honor.
That's
of
right. And I'm going to use some electronics tomorrow and a local LAN. So I'll have LAN-tronics in my life. I'm going to have.
Oh, look at that! Yeah,
Star Wars. I'm going to get some Star Wars shit. You know.
I'll have something Star Wars somewhere around me in honor of his work at Batu. And
is that real? So it was his birthday, though, right? That was the deal here.
Yeah. So give him a song.
All right, let's make sure I got that
yes, I believe it is today. This is the date that he has on his thing, and I believe that today is Gary's birthday. So happy birthday, Gary! We love you, and we hope that you continue to beat the crap out of cancer. All right, The Cure, "Boys Don't Cry." This is the song he wanted, and I love it. And I've never played this version before, and I'm surprised because it is so damn good. Oh, it came out a couple years ago, which is part of the reason, by a German group called the Baseballs. The Baseballs are known for their amazing, just could have been right out of the 50s Americana rockabilly sound. Here are the Baseballs from their album Hot Shots and a cover of The Cure's "Boys Don't Cry."
Get more at frogpants.com.
I hear that.
I also hear that.
Hear that.
I hear that as well.